Hey VC, Wes here, checking in with another episode of the Vinyl Survivor. I believe this is going to be episode 31. So let's just go ahead and get into it. As usual, 5 records from the inbox down there that I've listened to for the first time and deciding whether I want to keep them or get rid of them. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, first thing we have here is an album from Peter, Paul, and Mary from 1965. This is their 4th album. This is called A Song Will Rise. And it's a very traditional Peter, Paul, and Mary album. A lot of great folk music on here. This is on the gold Warner Brothers label. Got one E and one C stampers on it, and nothing else to note in the dead wax. So yeah, I enjoyed this. It's a little bit of a rough copy. Got some seam splitting going on there. I need to keep an eye out for an upgrade to this. But it's a really good Peter, Paul, and Mary album. I enjoyed it a lot. You got the When the Ship Comes In, Bob Dylan song. Got Motherless Child is on here. San Francisco Bay Blues is a really good song. Talking Candy Bar Blues is sort of a funny one of those funny songs. And they also do a cover of Gordon Lightfoot's For Lovin' Me on here. So really good Peter, Paul, and Mary album. Like I said, that one's going in the collection, but I need to find an upgrade copy. And the red dot on here, the little red dot, that means this was a Friends of the Library sale purchase, and red is $1, so I probably overpaid for this considering the condition. I don't know why they had this marked at $1, but I don't really pay attention to prices. As I said, there's not time to really look at things. You just gotta move through things as fast as you can and grab anything that's interesting. You're just sort of crowded. You're crowded in with people, around a table of crates, and just it's a free for all pretty much. So anyway, I grabbed this for $1. I need to upgrade it. All right, next up, another one from the library book sale. You see, it's got a green dot on it, and green is 50 cents. So this was 50 cents for the soundtrack to the Muppet movie from 1979. Definitely a classic from my childhood. I know a lot of people my age really love the Muppets, and I guess I was only 2 when this came out, so I probably didn't see it when I was 2. But around that time, a year or so later, I know back when I was younger, in the summertime they would run a lot of the theaters would run just sort of children's movies during the middle of the week, and we would go watch movies during the middle of the week and see stuff like this, My Little Pony and Care Bears and all that kind of stuff. But the Muppet movie's a classic. You got Moving Right Along, Rainbow Connection, Can You Picture That? Just it's the Muppet movie. It's the soundtrack, all the great songs you know and love from it. So this one is absolutely going in the collection. This is on the red and green Atlantic label. Got PR in the dead wax, so this is Presswell. There's also PR on the label, so labels are made at Presswell. So yeah, that's the Muppet movie soundtrack, classic, and is definitely going to be going into the collection. Alright, next up we have an album from Willie Nelson. This is Always on My Mind, 1982. We got Do Right Woman, Do Right Man, Always on My Mind, A Whiter Shade of Pale, Let It Be Me, Bridge Over Troubled Water. Yeah, a lot of covers, and I'm sort of discovering as I go through this inbox process, I'm discovering that I do not like Willie Nelson when he does covers. I like Willie Nelson. I like his original works, but yeah, whenever he does a cover album, I tend to not like it. There's the inner sleeve, picture of him there. Another picture. Red Columbia. Some names scribbled in the dead wax that I'm having trouble reading. I think the first name is Denny, and then there's a slash, and it's like a W-O-O, and then something I can't read, and then A&D, Woodhand maybe, or something, Denny/Woodhand. I don't know. It's probably the mastering engineers on this. But yeah, as I said, I'm learning that I don't really like Willie Nelson singing covers. Just it doesn't do anything for me. Um, I appreciate a lot of his own work, but when he does a cover album like this, doesn't do anything for me. So that one is not going to be making it into the collection. All right, next up we got an album from Liza Minnelli. This is You're So Vain, which has the title track on there. Oh Babe, What Would You Say? Where's the Love? The Singer, Dancing in the Moonlight, You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Yeah, just singing a lot of covers. This is CBS. This is a UK pressing of this album. I found this at the Goodwill. Do remember that. It's got A1 and B1 stampers, nothing else going on in the dead wax. And I do remember years ago when I first found this and showed it in a vinyl inbox, or I might have not even been calling it at that point, just new vinyl finds maybe. Somebody commented and said they wanted this, so if you're still watching, let me know. Work out something. I think you were in the UK, so sending this back to the UK is not going to be cheap. But if you're still interested in having it, just let me know. But it's not going to be going in the collection. It was interesting to hear, but not anything I would think I would want to revisit. So that's Liza Minnelli, the singer. And the last thing we have here is an album from Debbie Gibson. This is Electric Youth from 1989, so a little bit later period. It has not that side, this side. The blue sticker means 75 cents at the library book sale, so that's where this came from. And this has the title track on it, Electric Youth, and Lost in Your Eyes. I think that might have been a minor hit as well. But yeah. Overall, I didn't really enjoy this as much as I thought I would. Typically, I like 80s stuff, but this one didn't do much for me. You can sort of make out this is a promo copy. It's not, the stamp didn't really take, but there's a little bit of the gold left there. Inside we got lyrics here. This is on the Atlantic orange and green label again. We got master disc in the dead wax, so that's the mastering is master disc. Don't have a mastering engineer name on here. We do have a DMM, so it's just direct metal mastered. Maybe that's why I didn't like it. It just didn't have much feel to me. Direct metal mastering can be sort of a colder, harsher sort of sound. And this is another one where somebody, the store that it used to be at, put their sticker on the label, and I tried to peel it off and it was just ruining the label. So once again, I hate when they do that. But either way, this one is not going in the collection. Sort of a surprise, but I gotta call it how I see it. I didn't enjoy it. Tried it a couple times and didn't do anything for me. So that was another episode of the Vinyl Survivor. Thank you for watching. Leave me some comments if you had any thoughts about any of these albums, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.